Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is a Living World of the Darkness rage across New York, set in the Sept of the Green. Alonna, as this scene opens, is gathering components, miscellaneous items. Not entirely sure where she wants to put it yet, but she's got plans, ideas forming for a shrine of joy and happiness, as the Keeper of the Land instructed her to show her understanding and knowledge, and she's been contemplating what she's going to do it for. She just has to find the perfect spot. That's where she currently is going over the items that she has, deciding what she still needs to make or put together, and where she wants to put it specifically. And this is her role for having learned with willpower the. Oh wow, she learned that right good. Yay.
Nice. What did you learn?
The bone something bone charm. No, is it bone charm?
Bone
No,
rhythms?
space. Yes, bone rhythms.
Aha, mine are right. Oh, and you know that the difficulty is 10 minus
10
your
minus
intelligence?
intelligence, which is 6, which is 4, which makes it 6.
Nice. Smart woman.
Yes, she is. So she's sitting there, putting things together, maybe setting them up to kind of mentally get an idea of how she's wanting to put this all together as a start.
And whatever she has gotten together, Stoneclaw is curious about it. And seeing as the Fianna Castle is, at least as evening wears on and the crowds thin, a veil protected area, yeah, she's gonna trundle on over. It's not too terribly far from the Cup Cabin, so it's not much of a walk. So yeah, there be a Stoneclaw, tromping.
Hello there, pup.
Hello. And once she's come within a decent distance, she's not gonna bother doing it way back. She'll go ahead and trundle nigh on right up to her and then just kind of a flump. It's a very lazy action as opposed to a very formal or scared or whatever over enthusiastic. She just kind of drops.
She kind of reaches down and nuzzles your neck with her head.
Which she appreciates, especially if you're in Hamid.
She is, because she's trying to figure out things placement, which works a lot easier with 2 hands than a mouth.
So yeah, when she's nuzzled, she'll roll back up under her belly, feet kind of tucked, and start like stretching her neck over and stuffing at these various things you've collected.
Trying to decide how I want to do this. There's so much to do, but there's so little. I want it to be perfect, but
What you do?
I'm making a shrine for happiness and joy.
Stoneclaw regards this, and with this in mind, we'll turn and tilt her head and consider the various things that have been gathered, and then look back to Alana ever so seriously and say, "Is not enough food."
She chuckles. I don't have any of the chiminage here. Although if I go with the spirits, I'm thinking I wouldn't need food.
Why?
The spirits I'm considering are chiminage for them tends to be dancing and having fun.
Oh,
It's a celebratory thing for after bottles and such.
like in
After
there? She kind of motions with her nose towards the entrance to the castle itself.
aye, very akin to that.
Yes.
Maybe that would be a good place for it.
The striders take me in there, and we drink very much after battle. Big battle. Was good. Very happy. There was
Aye.
jello.
Well then, you can't go wrong with that, can you?
No, it's very good. It burned, but was good.
Oh. Did they say they were jello shots?
Yes,
That's why it burned. Had
yes,
alcohol in it.
yes. I ate many.
I'd be surprised if you didn't, lass.
That gets the tongue long.
So what do you think of the spaghetti with meatballs?
It's very good. I like spaghetti. I like meatballs too.
I'll see if I can get them to make it with bacon maybe next time in the meatballs. Some
Bacon
places will, some
is
places
always
won't.
good. Bacon is always good in everything.
Aye. That's why I'm gonna see if they can make the meatballs with bacon in it. Make it that much better.
Yes. There's a firm, like, wobble nod. It's very clear that nodding is not a natural gesture, but it's like the whoom, like, dramatic dip of the head.
Aye. So much to do. Let's see. I'm gonna go with the Brogger. Needs to be somewhere where celebrations can occur, or at least I have room to dance. Aye, I think the bar might be the better choice.
It's good place.
I'll set it up in there. Just have to finish making it. Trying to figure out what I'm gonna do with it. I was contemplating uh, getting some glass blown in several colors to make the walls of it, and then when I'm there specifically, uh, in Chimage, I'll light a candle in it. The lights dancing about from it would be akin to the Brogger manifest out here.
This sounds good. Sounds like the pictures Olaf uses for teaching Moon. Made of glass.
Aye.
He does not let me put them in my mouth.
No, we didn't want to break them.
No.
And glass tends to be very fragile.
Yes. Is why windows are also doors. If you push hard enough.
Aye. And I'm assuming Kumba's showing up at this point, since you unmuted.
Oh, yes, and it's not direct, I guess, pull to the castle. Pumbaa, you'll notice it because he's not trying to be quiet, and he looks a little annoyed, and he's just kind of like wandering about, like looking around. He seems to be focused on something, but it's not exactly sure. And as he's kind of quickly looking about, he'll notice the castle and see Alonna and Stoneclaw, and you definitely see on his face, like a look of surprise, like where did I end up then? And starts kind of just pawing over there, and he calls out to Alana and Stoneclaw, hello.
Hello.
Hello there.
Um, and what exactly does the castle look like? Does it actually look like a castle? Or there's a combination of materials that go up and like in a tower.
It essentially looks like a very small castle. It's kind of like a respectful nod to a castle if you've ever seen a real castle. But as far as Americans consider it, that is totes a castle. You can actually look it up. You can Google Belvedere Castle Central Park.
Hmm. And Kuma just kind of get closer and just looks around and looks at the building and looks at you two. This is that one place, right? The castle thing, the Fiona Castle, right?
Aye, thought it is.
Yeah. I I was hunting and I couldn't catch the rabbit and I ended up chasing all over the place and I guess I ended up here. I didn't even know. I know this place existed. Obviously, like you told me. I just didn't know where it was.
Well, seems you found it.
Yes. Couple
Yes.
cabins that way. And she kind of gestures with her nose across the path, like across the footpath there and towards the trees that way.
Yeah. He nods at that, and you can tell with hopefully the rights of two that the arrangements and this how you're putting things. You're working on it right, aren't you?
Nah, not yet.
Hmm.
I'm making a shrine. Or
And
planning a shrine at least. Haven't made it yet.
hmm, who are you trying to celebrate?
Joy and happiness.
Hmm. And he looks around. Where's the food?
Stoneclad pops open her maw, like deeply entertained, tongue wall.
Not all spirits take chiminage in food.
But that's like the beginning of joy, happiness for like almost everything, apparently. Yeah.
Aye, it can be a very good starting place.
Yeah, he just kind of looks around like, well, I guess what concept of joy happiness are you going for? Like, is it specifically to the Fiana or is it more generic?
The spirit I'm looking to honor specifically is kind of a. I chose it to pay homage to how I've gotten here.
Hmm. Then maybe you should have pictures of your kinfolk. They'll give you. It's part of the reason why you came here, right?
It's a little bit more than that, though. No, this is referring to how I came to be here, and she kind of gestures to the stuff.
Hmm. And you take some more closer look at the stuff. What exactly is there?
Um, there looks to be a base of some sort, things that, depending on how you set it up, could possibly be walls, maybe roofing of some sort, but none of them seem to be solid. They seem to have large holes in them.
Hmm. And he looks at them intently, and you notice he's getting like really close to them. Like he's trying his best not to touch them, but he's trying to get at a certain range. Like he's trying to make sure he can actually see it for all the details that he can pick up.
It's far
Mm.
from ready to be finished, but this is the starting point for it.
And he pause a bit, backwards a bit. Mm. Well, I wish you the best of luck. I don't know, this definitely seems more of a personal project, or I would assist you. I don't, I'm not quite understanding what you're trying to convey, but I know what you're trying to do seems to, will be effective.
I'm fulfilling a request given to me by the keeper of the land.
Mm. And he blinks a little bit at that. Hmm. I I'm curious why. Well, I understand probably why would Raya would do it, but did he tell you specifically?
As part of becoming a keeper, he said he wanted me to create a shrine to joy and happiness, and I'm doing that. And in my own way, paying a bit of respect to how I got here. Joy and happiness is something that a lot of people relate to the Fiona. So it's something that I could easily go to a Fiona spirit about. Simple, straightforward. But I think that's a little too simple. The sept isn't a Fiona sept. To get to being a keeper, the man who's asked me to do it, he's going to be my alpha, assuming that I can pass his tests. He's a get of Fenris, the Den Father. The spirit I'm summoning is a spirit from Fenrir's brood, a bragger.
Like a
There for celebrating after battles, a job well done. So I'm making a shrine to joy and happiness. Gonna put it in the Fiona Bar, the one over there in the castle, with a Fenrir spirit.
hmm.
And that's how I'm showing honor to how I got here. Does that make sense?
Good nods to that. Well, I'll guess my 2 cents to this is even if it's simple, doesn't mean it won't work, or at least it won't be as great as maybe you think it is. It's actually surprising how much you can get from so little. So I say go whatever your gut tells you to do, and you should be fine.
Yes, there seem to be lots of little spirits, only a few really big ones.
Hey, that's why I'm going with something maybe golfing, juggling. I'm not calling something large like a totem. Nay, that's a bit beyond a Cleoph's skill.
Are they not already here?
Some are, many are.
Hmm.
Doesn't mean there aren't others. Like Hummingbird just arrived.
Yeah.
There are already hummingbirds. Lucas fills feeders by cup cabins. I see him. It is red.
Aye, he does. That's probably part of why Hummingbird was willing to come and listen to their request.
I'll need to talk to him eventually. At least I guess I will be talking to him. I haven't I haven't verified Teresa if we made a agreement with him yet.
From what I heard, they have quite an ordeal ahead of themselves.
I hear that Hummingbird is very hungry and he requires sustenance often.
Wouldn't be surprised with there being so much wing flapping from a hummingbird. That must bring quite a bit of energy.
Indeed. And he's small.
Small doesn't necessarily mean weak.
Well, I don't mean that, but I'm assuming because he's so small, just in a general sense, smaller body, smaller tank.
not entirely sure that works for spirits.
But I hear Hummingbird doesn't want, you know, tributes as in food. He wants gnosis, which I don't understand how he wants those tributes, but if he wants it from all of us, that's gonna put me in a slight disadvantage if I need to rely on that type of power.
Well then, it's a good thing you sleep on Sept then. Speeds up
Yeah,
the recovery.
yeah. If once we keep Uncept and we further our relationship, it'll be a lot easier. But I'm kind of worried about the times where we're not Uncept and we need his help.
Well then, I suppose you're gonna have to learn to meditate quite good.
Yep, that's gonna be one of my focuses. But right now, I need to work on my lupus training.
Aye, it's good to learn and understand.
Have you met the dead mother directly? I've only heard her voice from been near conversations. I never ever spoke to her.
Nay,
Hmm.
she never seems to be around when I am.
I I assume she's very busy.
Aye.
And Kubo looks over at the stone claw. If you've spoken to her on this, you've spoken to her, correct?
She turns her heavy head around. Den mother?
Yes.
Calls Raya. Yes. I like her.
Well, you seem to like a lot of people, Stone Claw, but a lot of people like you in return.
Yes. I am very likable. For mad.
Jen's father gave me at least an idea of how she's likes. She told me she is very. She likes to be concise, which reminds me of Garrett, which that's good. And she doesn't like messing around, which is another good thing.
What is concise?
It means clear or direct.
Yes. She knows her wolf heart. It is human blood that makes things complicated.
Alana lets out a chuckle.
Oh, hello everyone. As Aiden comes.
Hello, pup.
And he'll show his throat to Alonna.
She'll give him a nod.
Kumba will kind of look at Aiden a little bit sideways, but then he just kind of. Actually, wait. I'm just gonna roll a good odds and evens real quick. All right. Kumba looks up at Aiden, and he just looks at him, seeing how he responds.
Just somehow. Hey Kumba.
He goes,
What's up?
"Hi, Aiden."
Stoneclaw
Hey.
is now doing the tennis face and glancing back and forth between Kumba and Aiden as each one speaks.
Why are you looking at me like that? What did I do yesterday?
I don't know what you did yesterday. I'm wondering what you're doing today. And I know that due to my situation, it's not common to think about it, but I still am what I am. I'm still clear.
Well, right now I'm talking to you guys.
Alana puts her hand on her face.
Stoneclaw is not doing the gape mouth, but she seems entertained.
Anyways, and he'll just sit down.
Stoneclaw will just reach over with one of her massive legs, and when he sits down, we'll just reach over and try to kind of like paw him to topple him onto his back.
All right.
He can probably push through it if he really wants. She's not trying that hard, but it's like, here's your hint, thump.
Yeah, and then he'll be like, all right, and he'll just let himself fall on the floor.
And Kuma just kind of sighs at that. And he kind of goes above Aiden. You know, like, I know we have a lax relationship, but my rank still matters.
Oh, shit, sorry. And he'll like, yes, sure his throat.
And just
I
kind
mean,
of like,
you live with us, so it's kind of.
I know that's
weird.
why I stated that earlier, that our situation is special, but I am still what I am.
Sorry, dude.
Yeah, it's all right. Like, you're forgiven. But both you and I we still have to reinforce those kind of traditions. So that's the only reason why I bring it up.
He'll not.
Stoneclaw will reward Aiden for being good and actually staying on his back by starting to lick like his face and his hair.
Right. And
Thank you.
Kuma just kind of paws at his chest, like, it's all right. You can get up.
Actually, I'm good here.
Stoneclaw has now gotten a mouthful of Aiden's hair, and suddenly
Ow.
is like just stricken with obvious concern.
Ow, what are you doing?
You might.
She's not like pulling on it. She's licked it a couple times, and some of it has gotten into her mouth, and she just suddenly looks so concerned.
Stoneclaw, what are you doing?
You are matted. He's bad for you. She starts like nibbling on the dread, not pulling it, but definitely like destroying the dread by nipping apart the knotting and whatnot that's keeping it together.
Yeah.
No, Stoneclaw, stop.
He's bad for you. No wonder you are silly.
Yes. And Kumba will actually go over to Stoneclaw, just kind of like using his head to get her head away from it. It's a Hamid hair thing. Please do not touch it like that.
But
I
he
keep
is
it like
matted.
No, I keep it groomed. I work on it every day, so it's not so bad.
She'll like let Kumba like nudge her head until it falls out of her mouth. But she'll like whip her head back around and start like snuffling experimentally like at his scalp, like searching for, I don't know, like the scent of blood or like looking for irritated skin, etc., like looking for inflammation. Because normally when wolf fur mats, it knots and then it starts pulling and it can tear the skin, and that's bad.
Yes.
She is now deeply concerned.
He keeps it in control, so there wouldn't really be anything too bad.
Yeah.
And no, I keep it in control. I groom it. It's okay. Now, even when it's like that, human hair, if you groom it well, if you put stuff in it, it's all right. I just have to put stuff in it.
She will like snuffle very like aggressively at his scalp for a bit, but when she finds no signs of like physical trauma, finally pulls her head back and looks doubtful, but has been coaxed to not chew on his hair.
Alana's doing her best not to chuckle, and that's my 2 points for manipulation subterfuge.
To not
Mostly
laugh.
just manipulation. Because she's an honest wolf. And I just realized I didn't give her any subterfuge.
It's okay. Kuma doesn't have any either.
Yeah, Stoneclaw doesn't have any by design. She is not subtle. She's about as subtle as a brick. So yeah, she still looks doubtful and suspicious of this hairdo, but is not chewing on it for the moment, which is progress.
Personally, I never understood the point of dreadlocks. If you're gonna match your hair, why not just cut it off?
I like it like that.
Why?
I just like the way it looks. And yeah,
I feel like I'm about to be a cub again, asking why over and over.
You can hear Kumba slowly dying.
uh,
oh,
What's happening?
crap. Kumba doesn't sound
why
like
you dying?
no words, and he actually said like words. Yeah, it's a traditional style of hair. As far as I know, that's more common with urban use in areas of Africa. I think it involves circulation of like air through the hair and some other things. I don't know. I'm not a stylist. That's just what I've heard. But all in all, dreadlocks are supposed to be healthy. It's not purely to look a certain way.
Oh,
It doesn't look like it's from Africa.
Oh, just because it's an African hairstyle doesn't mean other people can't resort to using it. Yeah.
It's still a silly hairstyle, at least in my eyes. Doesn't make sense.
Do you support the mohawk?
Aye, it's short and manageable.
See, now that doesn't make any sense. That does look goofy.
Stoneclaw successfully resists the urge to go back to chewing, like nibbling at the end of one of the dreadlocks.
What?
She resists the urge. She's
No,
thinking about it really hard, though.
But no. I can at least say this. And he looks at Aiden. You do clean your hair, right?
yes.
Okay, then he's fine. Now, if he wasn't cleaning his hair, then yes, dreadlocks can actually be a really big problem. At least I assume that. Well, about every hairstyle, if you don't clean it, it's a big problem. But I'm pretty sure it's worse for dreadlocks.
That's why I
No,
like my hair short. Don't have to spend a lot of time on it, and I can spend my time on things that matter. How much time do you spend on that thing to keep your hair running like that?
Yeah, quite a few. It does take time when I take a shower. And so
And she
on.
just shakes her head.
So we all have different grooming practices. Yeah.
And I didn't say he couldn't do it. I just shook my head because it seems strange to me and I'm trying to understand, but it still doesn't make sense.
Stoneclaw abruptly pops up. Says she did not say he cannot do. She is judging. Firm nod.
Uh, and Kuma just looks at Stone Cold. Thank you for that clarity.
Yes. I am very helpful.
Aye, that you are. I wish you'd have been around yesterday. I could have used your help then.
What you do yesterday?
I was moving a kiln and a smelter.
What is kiln and smelter?
They're for making jewelry and such. Thinking I might use them to make some of the stuff for this.
Oh,
Finer detailing work.
he's heavy?
Aye, though they are.
I could have helped. You tell me next time and I will pick up the heavy thing. I am very good at it.
You were off with Olaf Raya at the time.
Oh,
Not going to interrupt
Any
your training.
any news from Dusk or Latte?
and now Stoneclaw's making the saddest sad face. Thanks, Aiden.
It's they'll come back. Like I fucked up.
Oh my god! How do I even get in there?
Stoneclaw's like, oh, oh, forlorn. Just flops her head down.
Last I saw
You wanna
Talata, she was alive and fine.
Did not
see?
come home for sleeping.
That I didn't know.
I hope she's not doing anything too dangerous.
She already did that.
Cannot leave
Wait,
Sept.
what? What do you mean she already did that?
Do you know
Unless
Eric
good.
Alazash?
Yeah, I
Skogard,
talked
yes.
to him a few days ago.
I remember she kinda lit his face on fire.
That's why he was shaven and he didn't have eyebrows.
Blank.
I thought he was just trying to do some type of new look.
Why?
How did she even do that?
It's pretty simple if you're a metis.
Okay, better question. Why would she do that?
Because he had her against the tree. And he
Okay,
did that. Well, apparently she was lying to him. He could tell, and she didn't want to tell the truth.
She gave him a look of disgust and resentment when he asked who she was after he introduced himself. And then she bold-faced lied to his face.
oh my dear Ned.
So he picked her up and put her against a tree and asked her to explain herself. Oh, and she lit his face on fire. Mostly his beard.
He's bad. She is not broken.
Nay, she walked away without even a limp.
He's very lucky.
She is very lucky. Heck, he has spared me several times for much minor inconveniences. And heck, in our mock training sessions, he's almost broken my back. She's lucky she didn't die from that type of offense. My dear Lord.
Does Denfather know?
Oh, I hope he doesn't, or he might lose it.
She
I
will
told him
get.
about the first part of it. I didn't tell him about what happened after
She will get shit
Eric was
picking.
done.
Oh my dear, that girl. I understand the people don't like the big three, but that kind of he's still a Raya, and he still has proven himself, at least I guess not directly to her, but minor respect. She's typically good about keeping her mouth shut. What the hell happened that day?
He saw through her looks that she gives. If you watch closely, you can see him almost every time she sees somebody who's Get a Fenris or myself.
Yeah, I called
She
her out.
does give a lot of people looks.
As far as the Den Father told me the Wendigo, as I refer to as the Big Three, don't like the Fianna, Getafinish, and Shadow Lords because of personal reasons.
Because of history, because of what happened.
Well, I'd like to keep it to personal reasons. I don't want to skew their guys' image about the tribes.
Those
They're
things
unhappy
happened
about what happened.
long, long ago. was many, many yesterdays. This is today.
I wish it was that simple for some people.
Well, let's just hope the worst that happens is she has to do extra push-ups or something. If she has to go through some type of challenge, that will be bad.
She turned her back on him and walked off.
Oh my god. And Kuba is like trying not to like dig at the ground out of frustration. He'll gain a point of rage from that because he has respect for Eric, and hearing that just makes him mad. It's like, why would she do that? Like,
She was being disrespectful all the way around. But he told her to walk off and he had the rest of us kneeling. I couldn't grab her and do something about it.
okay. So, what we'll learn from this is in case we are ever around and she does it again, maybe we should just tackle her. That way she can't talk or do anything.
I hope one day she does learn.
Oh,
We're not here to destroy her or ruin her world. Just because she's mad at us for some reason or another. For something our ancestors did to her ancestors. We aren't those people. We have to live together here. Work together.
Yeah, but I'm assuming with a lot of the older tribes, they don't see it that way. And as the Den Father said to me, I have a big mouth. And she's already done stuff that I had never even thought about doing in that kind of level, except for Smiles on our first meeting. And Smiles would have killed me if I did anything of that nature. She's lucky Eric is merciful.
I don't think he saw her do it. I think he was turning away. Doesn't matter if he turned away though, she still should have taken a few steps first before turning. So it's proper.
Oh, obviously she's not worried about property. She's worried about how she feels. I understand she's going through a lot. But
I appreciate her passion and her devotion. She's just focusing it in such the wrong way right now. But she won't listen to me.
yeah. Well,
I bet if I told her to do something, she'd go off and do the complete opposite just to spite me.
not if it's an order. I have a good feeling if you make her an order, she'll follow it. She'll be really, really annoyed, but she'll still do it.
Maybe we'll try that one day.
That's not the option I want to take with her, but I understand if that's going to be the case, that's going to be the case.
She has to learn. She has to understand. We're not here to hate her. We're here to teach her. Help her grow.
Well,
Help her better serve Gaia.
moving on to that. Kotori or the Den Mother needs to talk to her about that, because anybody else may get upset.
I think that's what I need.
Huh? Need what?
One of those large margarita glasses. And she makes a gesture that the ones that are like a large bowl almost.
Are you actually going to fill it with margarita, or you just want the glass?
Oh, I'd fill it with alcohol. Most
But it's
certainly.
But you're going to fill it with that lager stuff. But I don't know. I guess those spirits probably prefer lager.
Now, I was thinking whiskey.
Yeah. Can you have something that doesn't kick you in the mouth?
If you touch it, I'll slap you. It's not
Nope.
for you.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that in general with the spirits.
The spirit's not going to drink it either.
Is for celebrating. Is that not what you drink? Rating?
Aye, it is for celebration. But I'm thinking I'll put it as part of the shrine. That's what I'll use to float the candles in.
Hmm. Right. Yeah. Kumba just kind of nods at that. Hmm.
I gotta make sure that they're not gonna burn down into the alcohol and light it a flame, though.
Yeah, that's a good thing.
Hmm. I now have to figure out how to do it. I could float this, like, carve like small little wee boats.
Hmm. Why not use properly measured cardboard and plastic? Back in high school, we did an experiment in my physics course about making cardboard-based boats, and if you properly size it right and make sure nothing makes the cardboard wet, you can nearly fit about anything. I fit myself and my younger brother in a boat, and you see me in my homid form. Even when I was younger, I was pretty big.
Because I want it to be personal. And I'm not big on cardboard or plastic.
And Kuma shook his head. The bone hour is weak in you.
Aye, that it is.
Yeah, it's probably weakened me too. Well, I pretty much don't have much money. I have that going, but yeah, all that plastic thing, not into that.
Hey, being broke is the first step of being a bone hour, so you're right. You're on your way.
What if I want to be something else?
Hey, I'm not saying you can't have money in the bone hour trad. It's just it's harder to get in the nitty gritty when you have it.
Alrighty then. Aye. Maybe I'll cost them. Then they certainly won't be flammable.
What about
Aye.
special wood?
That's an option. Not entirely sure what Germanic would be connected to him though.
Mm, well, is the whiskey for the get spirits or just the spirits of joy and happiness?
It's the spirit is likes drinking and dancing. So if I figure I put their shrine afloat in alcohol.
Well, well, from where you're from, don't they still use a lot of wooden mugs? What wood do they use for the mugs? Heck, you could actually put mugs of even more alcohol and float them, or no mugs with candles in them. You should totally do that.
We usually use ceramic mugs.
But and you not that, but that'd probably be the easiest thing. Just get some mugs. They still represent the whole celebrating and drinking aspect, and make sure the candles fit in the mugs. And
If I was a spirit, I'd be a lot happier if there was whiskey in that mug. Okay, I'm a human and I'd be a lot happier if Ahmed, and I'd be a lot happier if there was whiskey in that mug.
But we already have it in the margarita glass. I'm assuming you don't want to put too much alcohol in the shrine, right?
She looks at you with this confused expression.
And he kind of
Too
responds like,
much whiskey.
yeah. Okay, that might have been a little off of me. But
Unless you die from it, you haven't had too much. And the likelihood of you drinking too much around here is very slim. Especially since we can pump your stomach with a few good jobs.
Oh. Okay, so we have an idea we want to float the candles in. What else should we do? He's obviously trying to change the subject.
I still want to recreate the housing around it though. Do you know anybody who can blow glass around here?
Glass walkers?
Facepalm.
Well, you never know if they're actually into crafting anything or if they're just a bunch of electronic doodad freaky people.
Hey, they're not freaky.
No, the electronics they use, because they can't get away from them, they get a tad freaky.
Mm,
With this
It
whole
is not bad.
Wi-Fi, whatever the hell stuff they got going on.
the wireless internet.
Aye, whatever that is.
Well, I don't know anybody
I
except that can make glass. Can you just buy it?
I spent time with Hotfix, and his sense of humor is a lot scarier than his obsession with technology.
I'll keep that in mind. Well, congratulations, by the way, Kumba.
Huh? What? What I do?
What you guys were talking about yesterday over bacon at the garage.
Oh, yeah. Thanks. Yeah, we've been talking for a long time, but yeah, it's official now. So, I am a shadow runner.
Oh, congratulations.
Yeah, thanks.
And his eyes become huge. Wait, does that mean you can fly?
Wait, what?
That means you can fly.
Oh,
Hotfix was telling me that you guys can fly. Oh, in Umbra. Oh, alright.
yeah. Once we make the connection with Hummingbird, we're supposed to be able to fly, in the Umbra. So that'll make our travels a bit easier. Right now, I just want to better understand the Hummingbird for what Hummingbird is, less about what it can do for us, or at least for me. I still find it odd that Hummingbird is considered a war totem, just due to the nature of the animal, but I have learned that everything it is what it seems to be.
Hummingbird is a war totem.
Apparently.
Aye.
Huh. I'll have to look into that. That piques my interest.
Why wouldn't it be a war totem?
Hummingbird, they're herbivores, and they don't attack a lot of animals unless they're defending themselves.
How many times have you said someone have you heard someone going, "Oh my god, I was attacked by a hummingbird. I thought I was going to die."
And they're typically gentle creatures. I would expect. I never, like Aiden said, you don't hear about random assaults from hummingbirds.
Nay, they know to get out of the way before there's trouble. But they can also defend themselves when there is trouble with speed and agility. Remember that.
That's a good
I,
point.
I don't deny it, but also mantis try to kill hummingbirds, and sometimes they win.
And sometimes they lose.
And then they get eaten.
And Kuma look at the stone claw. You have anything to add?
Don't know. I
Okay.
have seen hummingbirds. They fight for food. That is why there are so many feeders. They have very long, pointy beaks and they step.
Yeah. Yeah. And Kuma nods that.
Alonna gives a slight toothless grin at Stoneclaw.
Stoneclaw doesn't seem to have any issue with that.
Hmm. One of the spirits I like to talk to for once I learn how to make a proper fetish, I want to talk to a fly spirit.
Well, in a city like this, I'm sure you'll be able to find one without too much trouble.
Yeah, but they also tend to be near a lot of trash spirits, and that's I don't know. It depends on what they are or what they're made out of. Sometimes they are pleasant, sometimes they are really nasty.
Just make sure you bring chiminage to appease them and be able to move past.
Yeah.
Lost your lifeblood now when you're dealing with spirits. Remember that.
Yeah, he nods at that.
All spirits want something. It's best to learn what they want.
And Kubo turns over to Aiden, like, Aiden, you're a Galliard, right?
Yes.
How's that actually going for you in your training?
All right. Talk to Dan mother about it. About what's being a Galliard. It's she, as you know, she's one. Very eye opening.
Hmm.
Have
And,
to give you guys hope. Have to remind you guys of something to fight for. It's important.
every auspice is.
Mm-hmm.
And Kubo looks over to Stoneclaw, and I know you do, but as verification, you've been killing things, Stoneclaw.
Yes, very big things. I save Iggy. I bring her the head. Other one
You
did not
save
have a head.
you save Iggy.
Yes,
Who's Iggy? Oh yes, Yggdrasil. Oh, Yggdrasil. A short name for Yggdrasil. I get it.
yes.
Isn't that kind of...
Hey, Stoneclaw. You should yell out Leroy Jenkins.
What?
That would be awesome. It's a war cry.
And she does the mouth gape. What's your roll there, buddy?
Never heard that war cry before.
And Kubo just again starts dashing at Aiden. Does Aiden dodge?
Actually, he'll do it himself. He goes Leroy Jenkins, and he like tackles him back.
And you just hear Kumba just literally almost is sort of a snarl. It's like, oh!
Stoneclaw is watching and learning, and comments seems to work pretty good.
So, I guess as we're colliding, do you want to try to versus my tackle, or do you want to just block it?
He'll try
The only
to
thing-
just block it.
No, full block should work. Actually, yeah.
He's in Glabro most of the time. So Glabro. So if you want to roll it,
We only have to beat two successes, so just Dex and Brawl.
what's the roll? It's brawl,
And
brawl
next,
strength. Oh,
It's not
If
dex,
he's
it's not
blocking, it's
hunting.
strength.
Yeah, it's strength.
oh,
so yeah, strength for him, and brawl. He's got 3, so yeah, he blocks it.
yeah. So
They
he just,
collide.
yeah, Kuma just kind of like hits him, and then rebuffs back on his feet. It's like, why do you do that all the time, Aiden?
What do I do? What?
You know what you did. Enough with your puns and references.
Is that a reference to something then?
It,
Again.
it's a joke from an internet game that I'm not going to refer to at this moment. And involves a teammate basically ruining a whole entire operation by being really ignorant and stupid. And he does not teach that to Stoneclaw.
He did it bad. Yes, but he did it bad. People need to perfect the Leroy Jenkins way.
I will do it much better.
Stoneclaw, don't. Please don't.
Why?
Because it's not a good example of a war cry. If you want to learn your war cries, talk to Den Father or burn to ash.
Blink. All is ash?
All is ash. Yes, all is ash. See, this is what you do to me, Aiden. God damn it.
But if he takes the Denfather war cry, like I'm pretty sure the Denfather has a good war cry that is already good. If she takes Leroy Jenkins, she'll make it good herself.
Stoneclaw is now huffing and puffing happily because you called all his ash burned to ash after he had his beard lit on fire.
Just remember to time your war cries properly, especially if we're going to be pack mates at some point.
Peace.
Alright, looks like I got stuff to move inside and then work to get done.
Well, if it's something I can carry in my teeth, I can help.
Most of it's pretty fragile.
And Kumba nods at that. And he looks over to Aiden, like, Aiden, like,
Yes.
like, to to work off this frustration to continue our lupus training. It's like we're gonna be hunting game. Like whoever gets the most wins.
All right. You got yourself
Try
a
not to
challenge.
kill off the entire population, please. There's not that many of them here.
Hey, they're rabbits. You know how they reproduce.
Yes, but I eat
Aye,
them
and
too.
if you kill them all, there won't be any.
We're also supposed to not attack the ones with their claws or nails painted pink.
And Kumba is like, all right, then okay, whoever cast the first. Let's go with 2. He looks at Alonna. Would that be okay?
Only hunt if eating.
I am hungry. I didn't catch what I was trying to go for earlier.
Oh,
Aye,
I did
then if you're going to
eat
eat, then by all means.
peace.
Hill stretch. So we're doing this now.
Yes, we're doing this now. Or God help me, you'll come up with another pun and I may actually lose it.
And he'll stretch and he'll change to lupus. All right. So let's hunt then. And he'll stretch and be like, jump, jump, jump around. Let's hunt.
Perception survival.
Yep. So I have definitely found worthy prey.
And I think it's you have the 4 success too because of you and Lupus.
Yeah, the your difficulty involving perception goes down by 2.
So you have 4
So
successes.
yeah, we both have 4 successes. I have 2 10s. Damn.
So we easily find our first rabbits. Now, do we actually want to roll to catch them, or just say that we find them?
Normally roll to catch them.
Dex brawl.
Yep, Dex brawl.
Dex. Lupus is plus 1 dex, I think, or 2 dex, something.
Plus
2
2.
dex. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 successes. Damn.
I botched. And as Kumba is chasing this rabbit, he doesn't turn fast enough and runs headfirst into a tree.
Stoneclaw winces.
He definitely needs more time in Lupus. He should have easily made that turn.
Thank you for the
Aiden,
raid, Alonna.
Aiden
She was saying that
himself.
she wasn't yelling it out.
Aiden himself is running next to the running after the rabbit, and when he jumps himself, and he just catches it like right at the neck, like perfect timing, exactly when it's in the air, and puts it on the floor. Ram ram yum yum yum.
Are you guys gonna roll again?
Yeah, he's
Yep. And that's 4 successes again. So I definitely find a good one.
No, oh yeah, my alertness was 2. Okay, so I do have 5 dice. He's able to catch one, he's able to find one, but he has much more difficulty in comparison to the last time he tried. X, that's 5. Yep.
This one, Aiden catches, but this time he just catches its body, doesn't catch right by the neck. And he just...
Kumba is able to, at best, grab this rabbit by the tail, and he's struggling because he has such a loose grip on the tail to keep it down. And eventually he starts swinging his head back and forth to disorient the rabbit to finally get a hold on it and snap its neck. And he's just eating it, and he looks upset. And he's eating it hungrily, like he is really hungry, but he looks upset.
Well, let's say we know who won then.
he stretches as he finishes to eat the rabbit.
Kuba seems to be taking his time on this one. Like, if you want to P&E, it won't be too hard to figure out what he's trying to do, but he's definitely taking a long time to eat this rabbit. It wasn't that big.
Oh my god, I just beat someone of higher rank than me in a challenge.
Is he saying it out loud?
No, he's like saying it to himself.
I assume in his head then.
Yeah, oh well. No, he says it, but like very lowly. Very.
We, as
So as
Lucas,
a
we can hear you.
Yep.
Yes.
And I'll have to roll a
roll
radio
some
on
dice.
that.
First roll to make sure you hear it.
Yeah.
I have 7 successes. I think I hear it. I have 7 successes in Homet. I
Yep.
hear it.
Yeah.
Stoneclaw turns her head about, says, "So? I challenge smiles and win."
Good.
And Kumba kind of goes off a bit. So definitely with a bit of sourness. It sounds like, yo, man, we're doing this for training. This doesn't count for anything. He's a,
I didn't mean them like that. And he'll come and I cuddle Kumba. I didn't mean it like that.
like, sure he didn't. And he goes back to eating the rabbit. And there's a few times he looks like he's twitching his head like he's wincing because there's still a bump on his head from running into the tree.
No.
How's your head, by the way?
Mm.
Stoneclaw is just going to selectively forget that she heard or witnessed any sort of failings on Kumba's part and be like, "Oh, look, what's that over there? It's the Cub Cabins. I'm just gonna go that way."
Alana gathers up her stuff that she's been collecting, taking it inside with her, now that she's got a better idea of what she's doing. This is to work more on the other things. One more success, which puts me at like 6 so far.
I would call this a good stopping point.
Yeah.
Since everybody got quiet, we will go ahead and end it there then. Thank you, players, for playing. Thank you, watchers, for watching. Good night.